In 2024, Earth broke a grim record, the warmest year ever recorded. As oceans boil, ice melts, and heat waves intensify, we stand at the threshold of climate tipping points, moments of no return. What if the planet suddenly flips into a new state? In this video, we explore the risks, the science, and what that could mean for our future. The World Meteorological Organization has confirmed 2024 as the warmest year on record, about 1.55 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. NASA estimates 1.47 degrees Celsius above the mid-19th century average. Berkeley Earth found 2024 exceeding even 2023's record by a clear margin. These numbers aren't just statistics, they reflect a planet under stress. The 10 warmest years on record all fall in the past decade. Land and ocean surfaces alike recorded anomalous heat. Europe, for example, saw a string of extreme heat waves, making 2024 its warmest year ever. In India, a serious heat wave from April to June pushed temperatures over 50 degrees Celsius in places, causing hospitalizations and hundreds of deaths. Even Antarctica felt the heat. In mid-winter, temperatures rose as much as 10 degrees Celsius above averages in some regions. The signal is clear. Warming is accelerating and systems are straining to keep up. The ocean has been a heat sink, absorbing much of the excess energy, but now it's overheating. In 2023, 96% of the world's oceans experienced extreme marine heat waves. These heat events broke records in intensity, duration, and spatial scale. One study describes marine heat waves systems, massive coherent zones of ocean warming, whose extreme cases deviate from classical patterns and drive much of the damage. Marine heat waves stress coral reefs, kill plankton, disrupt fisheries, and alter ocean circulation. Some scientists warn these record heat waves may be signals that we are approaching a climate tipping point in ocean systems. For example, kelp species suffer when both the duration and intensity of heat waves cross physiological thresholds. When marine ecosystems collapse or reorganize, feedbacks cascade into atmosphere, carbon cycling, and climate patterns. A tipping point is a threshold beyond which a system shifts into a new state, often irreversibly or very slowly reversible. Climate systems have multiple possible tipping elements: sea ice, permafrost, ice sheets, monsoons, ocean circulation. Once past the tipping point, feedback loops can intensify warming. For instance, loss of Arctic sea ice reduces albedo, causing more absorption of heat. Melted ice exposes dark ocean or land, further accelerating warming. Thawing permafrost releases methane and CO2, powerful greenhouse gases. Collapse of the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation (AMOC), a major ocean conveyor, could shift climate zones dramatically. Extreme events, heat waves, storms, can push systems over thresholds faster than gradual warming would. In models, sometimes a small overshoot beyond the threshold gives a short window for intervention before full tipping occurs. The danger: once these challenges happen, reversing them may require centuries or may not be possible at all. Examples of approaching tipping elements: Arctic sea ice and Greenland, Antarctic ice sheets. Summer Arctic sea ice has been shrinking rapidly. Some models predict nearly ice-free summers within decades. Loss of ice means more heat absorption and faster warming. Greenland's ice sheet is losing mass. Diving sea level rise. Antarctic parts, especially West Antarctica, risk destabilization if warming continues. Second, permafrost and methane release. Vast stores of carbon lie frozen in soils. As permafrost thaws, microbes break it down, releasing methane and CO2, a self-reinforcing climate feedback. Third, AMOC and ocean circulation. The Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation (AMOC) carries heat northward, Freshwater influx from Greenland melt disrupts it. If AMOC slows or collapses, Europe could see cooling even while the globe warms. The global weather pattern would shift massively. Fourth, vegetation and forest dieback. Tropical forests, savannas, and boreal forests could cross moisture or temperature thresholds and collapse into degraded ecosystems, releasing stored carbon and reducing rainfall. Fifth, monsoons and rainfall systems. Changes in sea surface temperature and circulation could reconfigure monsoon patterns, affecting billions of people heavily dependent on seasonal rains. How fast things are changing. The speed of change is alarming. The 2-year rise from 2022 to 2024 in land temperatures is among the fastest in the modern record. Ocean warming rates in recent decades have accelerated. Extreme events, storms, wildfires, heat waves, cluster and cascade. In 2024, Europe recorded 62,700 heat-related deaths. These are not distant projections. They are already happening. Every extra fraction of a degree increases the risk of crossing thresholds. Risks, impacts, and human dimensions. The risks from crossing tipping points are huge. Sea level rise threatens coastal cities, displacing millions. Crop failures and droughts risk hunger and conflict. Ecosystem collapse lead to biodiversity loss and species extinctions. Health impact, heat stress, disease spread, air quality. Economic costs, damage, adaptation, migration. Poor and vulnerable communities will suffer most, those least able to adapt. Hope, action, and what can we do? All is not lost, but the window is closing. To avoid tipping, we need rapid emissions reductions, especially from fossil fuels, reforestation, soil carbon storage, nature-based solutions, clean energy deployment, solar, wind, and storage, carbon capture, direct air capture with caution, climate adaptation measures, resilient infrastructure, water management, early warning systems, international cooperation, climate justice, and funding for developing nations. In some models, if tipping has just begun, there is a chance for reversal. If action is swift and large, humans can act like circuit breakers, damping feedbacks, protecting systems, and choosing to limit warming. 2024 was a wake-up call, a planet pushed to extremes, nearing unstable ground. But tipping points are not fate, they are warnings. We can take control if enough people understand and act. Each degree matters, each policy matters, and each voice matters. This is our moment to steer Earth away from the edge, before it's too late. Thank you for watching, see you next time.